Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have a video about caravans, and this one's going to be as of 1.5.4, and we're going to be going over changes to caravans since the release of the game, how to get a caravan, quick facts, and also when to get caravans. Also, I have a script. Everything that I say and all the links that are stated, they're all going to be down below in the description for you to read, translate, or whatever you would like to do. So this will be my third update for caravans. I had a video at launch and also one at 1.4.1, and now the third one at 1.5.4. So caravans, since the start of the game, they have been severely nerfed, but also they had some very good fixes as well. So before I made my first video, kind of as like a, his quick history lesson. Before I made my first video, caravan sizes range from about 30 to 100 plus troops. Mostly recruits, because back in the day, all AI lords had their parties filled with like 80% recruits, and recruits are obviously the most basic troop, and they're very weak. Also, companions that you chose to obviously command your caravan, they did not earn trade skill XP from running the caravan, even though that was pretty much one of the only ways you can get your trade skill up, right? If you are a companion, right? Now, as of 1.4.1, which was the last video that was made, a lot of nerfs were made, but also some buffs. First big change that stands out is that now the max number of troops that a caravan can have is 30, and that's it. It can only be 30. You can now, also choose if you want to have a basic caravan for 15,000 dinars, or a stronger caravan with better equipped troops for 22.5 thousand dinars. And your companions now do earn trade XP. Now, I'm going to do a quick list off of changes that came to caravans. But first, I'm going to show you on the screen right now. These are changes that we got previous to the 1.4.1 video that I made on caravans. And I did go over all these changes in that video. And that video will be linked down below if you want to go back to that one, right? But I'm not going to go over these changes because we already did go over these changes. So you can pause and read the changes. But these changes that are on the screen right now are the ones that are from the release of the game until my past video of 1.4.1. Now, moving on, these are the changes that we have received after 1.4.1 till now, which is 1.5.4. Now, I'm only listing the big changes. There are very minor changes and some different hot fixes and some stuff that indirectly, changes stuff to caravans. But I'm just going to go over the important stuff, right? So the first one, caravan guards, veteran caravan guards, and armed traders have better stats now, which will make attacking caravans a little bit harder. So this is regardless if you pick the basic troops or the ones that are more armored. Both got buffed, and this was as of 1.4.2. Next we have is lords and companions can now die during battle. And this is as of 1.5.1. And why this is important is if a companion that's leading your caravan, let's say they get attacked by some bandits, there's a chance your companion might die during that battle, and therefore your caravan will disband, right? Next we have is a lot of, and lastly we have a lot of economic changes and price changes that were made throughout various patches. And they do affect caravans and all other income, like, income stuff like workshops and trading in general. And it's all in a positive way. So that's very good, right? And that's pretty much all the changes, the major ones that we have seen that have to do kind of with caravans or, directly do with caravans, right? So now let's move on to how do we make a caravan and what do we need, right? So this is kind of basic info, but for someone who might just started the game or might not know, here it is. So before you start a caravan, right, you need a companion in your party that can run the caravan. Now, the best companions are ones that have a high trade skill. And the ones that have a high trade skill are the spice vendors and the swift. So it doesn't matter what their first name is, but if you look under, if you search for companions using the encyclopedia, which you can use with the hotkey N. I'm going to show all this on the screen, by the way, once I'm done reading this off my script, right? So in the encyclopedia, you can see, that the companions have a first name. It's just a random first name, and then they end off with something, right? And the ones you want to look for are the spice vendor and the swift. Why? Because the spice vendor has 100 trade skill off the bat, and the swift has 80 trade skill. And trade skill does help with, how much profit they can make if they lead the caravan, right? So once you have, oh, by the way, companions spawn, what's it called? Periodically as the game goes on. So as your save goes on, more companions will spawn. So if you don't see the spice vendor right away, don't worry. Eventually they will spawn in. Or if you don't see the swift, right? But you can also run caravans with any type of companion. It doesn't have to be a spice vendor or a swift, right? Next, once you have a companion, you will need 15,000 to 22.5 thousand dinars, depending if you want a basic caravan or a stronger one. Now, once you have both a companion and the money, go to any town, ask any noble about starting a, what's it called? A caravan. I would say preferably go to a town that's deep in your kingdom, or a kingdom that you're a vassal or mercenary in. Or if you're not a, you know, a vassal or a mercenary, you can really go to any place, right? If you don't have any like wars that you're in, you want to stay away from wars whenever you start a caravan. So let's just do this right now. Let's go to the screen. I'm gonna just quickly explain how you do this. As you can see, we have the money for it. We have the what's it called? Let me actually show you how to search for them. So press N. This brings up the encyclopedia. You want to go to heroes. You want to go to down here. Choose wanderer. And these right here are all the companions on the map. Now, you can search for them, or you can look through here to find either the swift or the, what's called the spice vendor. And if you can't find them, just pick anyone. It really, it's only a small percentage more that you're going to get with them, but, you know, that's up to you. Let's say I wanted this person, right? So as you can see, it tells you exactly where they're at. Boom. You go and find them. You go and talk to them. And I'm pretty sure this is a companion that I just got. So once you have a companion, once you have the money, go to any town. These guys up here, click on their names, click on talk. Now you're going to say hello. You're going to say I want to form a caravan in this town. You could either pay the 15,000 for the basic one, or you want to do one with better troops. Let's do the better troops one. Then it tells you to pick your companion. By the way, your companion has to be in your party. So just make sure he's in your party. And then boom. And that's pretty much it. That's how you create a caravan, right? There's not much else you have to do after that. Now let's continue. So let's do some quick facts now, right? So these are all confirmed by developers. These aren't just like me saying them. It's the developers saying it as well. So first, do not make 2 caravans in the same town. It will give each caravan less profits. Second, caravans do not visit enemy towns, so if you are at war, then start the caravan as far away as possible. Third, your caravan limit is equal to your clan tier. Fourth, this is not so much of a quick fact, but here's how pretty much how caravans work and they pay you. So obviously, caravans will buy low at one town and sell high at another town. Also, they will sell to lords. Now, in terms of how do you get paid? So here's the whole thing, right? I'm just going to say it and you guys can take what you want from it, right? So whenever the caravan's capital, or the money they have on hand, which is what capital means, goes below 5,000, you pay the difference so the caravan can get back to 5,000. So let's say the caravan only has 4,200 dinars with them, right? You're going to see a negative 800 for your caravan income, and you're going to have to pay them 800 so they can get back up to 5,000. That's just how it is, right? They have to maintain 5,000 or more. Otherwise, you'll have to pay. Now, if a caravan's capital, or the money on hand, goes above 10,000, the player gets 10% of the extra capital, or the extra dinars they have after the 10,000, right? So, for example, let's say your caravan has 15,000 after they trade all their stuff in for the day, right? You're going to get 500 dinars for that day, because 15,000... which is what they have, minus the 10,000, which is what they want to keep before giving you anything, equals 5,000, and then 10% of that 5,000 is 500. So pretty much what's it called? Once you receive those dinars, your caravan will go down to 14,500, and then whatever they make the next day, same process, right? So also, wage is now paid before you receive your profits. So sometimes the wages will result in the player making 0 dinars. That's just because they had to pay their people, and once they paid them, they were probably below 10,000, which, you know, they don't pay you unless they're above 10,000. That's just kind of how it works, right? Now let's move on to when should you start a caravan. The simple answer is as soon as possible. Caravans are a great source of income early or late game. Caravans usually bring in a couple hundred to about 2,000 per day if they are very successful, which is about what you would get from a semi-good town, from around 3K to 6K prosperity, right? So that's usually what they make, right? And like a good castle would usually make in the couple hundreds range. Yes, they can be taken down, and now with the Lord's Death being added, your companions can be killed, so that's more of your investment kind of gone, right? But at the same time, the caravans do propel your income, and they do give you return on investment more times than they will lose it. That's just how it's been for me. I know other people like to argue that it's not that way, but it is. You know, I can't argue any other way. Every single gameplay that I've had, yes, I've lost caravans, but the bonus of their income coming in daily has helped me a lot to propel, you know, your gameplay, your income, and all of that, right? Now, lastly, I suggest that you first purchase a few workshops, and then your income, pretty much from the workshops that you get, will help you pay for your early caravan losses. Because when you first buy a caravan, the first in-game couple of days, after you start the caravan will be in the negative because it's buying up their supplies, and then obviously when it goes below 5,000, it's going to ask for money from you, and you're going to go into the negative. So if you want to see my full workshop video, I made an updated one as of 1.5.3. The link will be down below, and there it is. That's the caravan video. Hopefully it was informative. Ask me any questions, any concerns, and like always, I am going to make another one once a couple more patches goes by or significant changes get made. Also, I have a Patreon. It's pretty much just basic support. It's nothing like, there's no paywalling. My content's always going to be free, but it's just another way to support me and what I do further. So the link to that will be down below as well. And also I have a Discord. It's for the channel and also for Bannerlord. So if you guys want to go join that, that'll be down below as well. So yeah, like always, stay safe.